Welcome to another edition of Nathan's Notables. We're here at Fairbury High School to bring you another great edition of this week's show. A lot of great stuff. So let's get right to it. Honorable mention is Creighton Niemeyer, Tri-County, and won another race. He's only lost one this year, but he got revenge on Colby Carr of Blue Hill, who had beat him at the Fairbury Invite actually. And Creighton went under 17 minutes for the first time at the UNK Invite on Monday. So he's my honorable mention. He could be on the list every week, to be honest with you, but he's honorable mention for this week. Number 5, Sarah Huss volleyball team went 3-1 this past week, and they took second at the Raymond Central Invite, and she was a big part of their success. They had 35 kills during the whole week and 22 kills at the tournament, hit .376 hitting percentage, her most efficient week of the year. And Fairbury just won last night against Southern, won 4 of the last 5. They're on a roll. Keep your eye out on Fairbury volleyball. And number 4, Colton Resbeck, second time he's made the list. Arguably the best running back in the area. And he not only scored a rushing touchdown and 95 yards, he had 2 interceptions on defense. Probably the best two-way player in the area. Coming in at number 3, just ahead of Colton Resbeck, tough decision, but Logan Weedle, game-winning touchdown throw against Southern with 4.5 seconds left in the game. He's only a sophomore, making the second start of his career after head coach Jeremy Jones switched Jackson Fuellner to running back. He's now at quarterback. Looks like a brilliant decision by Jeremy Jones, and they've won their last 2 games after starting the season 0-3. Now, moving on, number 2, Josephine Blatney, Fairbury cross country. She set the school record and set it by almost a minute at the Syracuse Invite this past week, and she placed 10th with that time, but that time that she got, 19:47.49, would have been good enough for 3rd place at the Class C state meet last year, and I think that's, big time, and she's looking good heading into state. Look for her to place at state, and I'm expecting a top 10 finish. And number 1, Meridian's Colby Schaefer, 236 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. And Meridian's 64-26 win over Pawnee City. It's big time. Yes, Pawnee City is winless, but Schaefer, Wyatt Haverluck, what they got going on there, that 1-2 combo, best 1-2 combo in the area as far as running backs go. And so that's my top 5 this week. So now we're moving on to my 3 contests to look forward to. Starting tomorrow with Thayer Central and Blue Hill Volleyball. Thayer Central's number 2 team in the state. Yes, they suffered their first loss last week, but they still won a tournament this past weekend again, and I believe they're 19-1 now after their win yesterday. And they're going to be Blue Hill's number 4 in the state. Blue Hill's only lost to Grand Island Central Catholic, number 5 in C1, and they've lost to Superior as well. So Blue Hill has only lost to great opponents. This is going to be a great measuring stick to see where their Central is with those top opponents in Class C2. And number 2, Fairbury softball, loaded district. B1-4 is the district and that's in David City. Starting tomorrow, they got York in the first round. Fairbury's the 4 seed, even after the great season they had. And Seward's the number 3, Crete's the number 2, Beatrice is 1. If Fairbury beats York, which they've split this year, they're 1-1 against each other. They'll face Beatrice, and Beatrice is rated number 2 in the state behind Elkhorn, and they're number 1 seed in the district. And I think it's going to be, a great softball to watch at that district. If you can make it up there, I highly recommend that. And that starts tomorrow. 2 games will be tomorrow, and then we'll have the rest of the tournament playing out on Friday. My number 3, Thayer Central football game. It'll be at Thayer Central against Tri-County, and 2 area schools playing against each other, and both are headed in a good direction right now. Thayer Central, as I spoke earlier about Logan Weedle, has won 2 in a row after starting 0-3, and then Tri-County, yes, they've won 1 game, but they put up the best fight against BDS out of any opponent this year, only losing 24-6. That's a BDS team that's averaging in the upper 40 points per game, so I'm expecting a low-scoring battle in that game, and who knows who'll come out on top. But it's going to be a good one to watch for sure. But that'll do it for this week's edition, and appreciate you tuning in, and make sure to tune in next week's edition. And this is Nathan here with Fairbury Journal News and Fairbury TV, and I'd like to give a shout out to Ray's Apple Market for being the sponsor this week, and we'll see you again next week.